Hey there YouTube, KSCuber here, and today I have a review of a very interesting cube from my sponsor, Cubed Labz, formerly known as Boron Cube Shop. And this would be the Cubed Labz Boron treated Little Magic M. Without further ado, you saw the intro, let's get right into this review. Spoiler, this cube is awesome. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty casual review. I'm just going to go through my experiences with the cube, exactly what is Boron treating, just kind of compare it to a lot of different other Little Magics. As you can see, I have a couple. Little Magic is one of my favorite cubes ever. This was my main for quite a while. And before that, a different magnetic Little Magic. So regardless to say, I really do like the Little Magic. And this cube, in my experience, after break-in, all that kind of stuff, which I will talk about here in a minute, is the best Little Magic on the market right now. So let's start by taking a look at what this cube looks like now, after about 700 solves, which is quite a few, more than I put on a lot of different cubes before. And just kind of the feel and different things about it now. As you can see, the stickers are a little bit distressed. I will be replacing those with a set of SCS Yuxin Little Magic stickers, full fitted in my color scheme. But that's besides the point. This will definitely suffice for the review. And basically, with Boron treating, the one downside, in my opinion, which I probably shouldn't start with the downsides, but let's just go there first. This cube needs a lot of break-in to be really, really good. Basically, out of the box, it comes unlubricated. The cube will be extremely sandy and scratchy, which actually is a really nice feel, but it is a bit sluggish, and you will have to break that in, ideally for between 300 to 500 solves. After those solves, I mean, you could probably even do some break-in turning or something else. This cube becomes buttery smooth and absolutely amazing, soft and just very plush feeling. After you're done with those break-in solves, you can wipe out what's left of the boron dust and anything else that's in there, and then set up and lubricate the cube. I'm actually going to angstrom lube this one here a little bit later, but for right now, I just put a few drops of silk in it, and for the last 200 solves, I've just been using that. And like I said, this cube, after break-in, is the best Little Magic on the market. It is super, super nice. Let me give you some sound samples here real quick before I get into the technicalities and other things there. Just gotta turn on my microphone there, so my voice might be distorted, but let's just do some turns here. And as you can hear probably, this thing just has the very slightest bit sandy feel, but mainly is just buttery, buttery smooth. Very, very, very nice. And I think the biggest thing with the Little Magic, in my opinion, I like controllable cubes. The GTS-2M, the Yuxin Huanlong, those really, really fast cubes that a lot of people like to main, are just a little bit too fast for me. The Yuxin Little Magic, after setup and everything else, is so fast, so controllable, and just really the perfect speed for me. It's not too fast, but it's also just fast enough. It's very, very nice, stable, controllable, tensions are good. It really has very few downsides and fits my turn style impeccably. So let's compare quickly to some other little magics. As you can see, I have a whole bunch down there. This is a stock Yuxin little magic magnetic. And by stock, I mean not boron treated. This one was my main before I switched to that one. And as you can see, this one is a little bit faster than the other one right there, but also has quite a bit different feel. The feel is still pretty silky smooth and nice, but you can definitely feel the little bit harder and harsher plastic feeling and turning on this one. It's not necessarily like unpleasant, but I think the boron feel is just a lot better. It does make it actually a little bit more stable. If you see this little magic right here is just the slightest bit unstable. It's definitely not as stable as the boron treated one, which is right here. Yeah, that thing is just super, super stable. I think that's one of the side effects of the boron treating. It definitely feels softer than the non-boron treated one, and that is exactly what boron is supposed to do. Anyway, I guess I can start showing you here a couple piece comparisons and what exactly the boron looks like when it's on the piece. Not very much. As you can see, just that white layer of stuff on the pieces there is the boron. And I'm not exactly sure, but it definitely infuses itself and changes the surface of the cube rather than being like a coating that will wear off over time, because it just turning even like that, I can definitely feel just that kind of soapy type feel that boron gives. It's a very, very nice feel. And also, I think it has a side effect of preventing the little magic from wearing out so fast. Like I said, this one has about 700 solves on it. And as you can see, there's almost no wear on the actual cube, even though I didn't use lube for the first 500 or so solves. I'm trying to think of some other things I can compare on these. I guess the magnet strength from Cubed Labz is extremely good. I believe he uses like 4x2 N35 or something very standard. But it's not too strong, not too light, and just overall makes a very, very controllable and very nice to turn cube. I dropped my global average from right around 18 seconds down to almost sub 16 just by using this cube here, which of course the solves play some part in that, but the cube for sure is a big part. Just compared to a stickerless one right here, this is a non-magnetic, I believe. Yes, this is actually a non-magnetic little magic. And as you can hear right there, the clackiness is much, much higher on the non-magnetic one. Also, like I said previously, the stability and just the overall kind of turning quality is definitely improved by the boron. This one is just so clicky and swooshy compared to the turning feel of this one right here. You can really spam TPS and just get really, really nice turns with this cube. If I had to actually describe how the boron coating feels, first of all, it's a softer plastic, which if you can pick up on that, then I guess you can. A lot of people obviously are after like the OP Dian 2x2s, which is for the old plastic in them, which has that really soft feel. The boron is very, very similar to that. I don't know, it kind of gives like a soapy feel, and like I said, that extra stability, which I don't know exactly what side effect that is, but I can just tell that in the turning here. This thing is a really, really stable puzzle. Okay, so let's talk pros and cons of this cube. I'm getting kind of scattered in this reviewing process. I mean, I'm not good at reviews. I haven't done a lot of them before. I admit that fully. But anyway, I guess I'll try and give you my best opinions on it. Pros on the boron treating process. It makes the cube absolutely amazing. If you want the best out of your cube, this is definitely the way to go. It gives such a nice soapy and very smooth, silky, buttery, smooth feel. Just all in all, the best feel you can get from certain types of cubes that really benefit from it. Arguably, the Little Magic, maybe the Volk 3, and I don't know, just a lot of different cubes that I think would benefit from the boron treating process. Second, added stability. This is actually kind of a side effect that I didn't think would be present in this cube, but I can actually tell a very noticeable difference in stability after breaking this puzzle. Third, a little bit more controlled turning. I think the turning on this one here is just slightly slower and not quite as crazy as the stock Little Magic, which in my opinion is a little bit too fast. So I'm sure you could speed up with lubrication or anything else, but just stock, this thing is not as fast as some of the top cubes on the market today, which I think suits a lot of people. In my case, definitely preferred. And finally, for the pros, I think this will actually make the cube last longer. As you can see from the close-up shots, this cube is nowhere near giving up. If anything, it's just barely broken in after over 700 solves, so that's actually pretty impressive. I've heard of stock Little Magics not even lasting as many as 1,000 solves before they have to be completely relubed and fixed up. This one is still going strong, and I have a feeling it will be for quite a long time after this. Okay, so let's move to cons. There really are not a lot of cons with this cube. I think the first maybe only and probably biggest con is going to be the break-in time. For some people, it's going to be more major than others, but for the most part, if you plan on using this cube as your main, it's not even that big of a con. But just be warned, if you buy one of these cubes, it will need quite a bit of break-in time. Well, I guess, what I said about being bad reviews, I guess that's going to be about it for this review right here. Just going to do some random perms and stuff so you can kind of see, I don't know exactly where you're seeing out of this, but just kind of how buttery and smooth it is. If that's worth the time breaking in and a little bit extra cost for the boron treating, then that's up to you, but in my opinion, this is definitely worth it. I definitely would check out Cubed Labz on Instagram. I'll make sure to link that in the description where you can buy these cubes. He also has put up a website here very shortly. I'll also link that in the description. And thank you very much to Cubed Labz for sending me one of these to try out, break in, do a review on. And all in all, it was a very, very satisfactory experience working with him. I'm definitely going to be getting some different boron-treated cubes in the future, so look forward to those videos. I forgot to mention also earlier, he also does setup cubes. I have a Galaxy V2M Megaminx from him that is absolutely amazing. It's set up with angstrom lubes and just very, very well set up. So you can definitely trust their store for very high-quality products, both boron treating, which is kind of a unique thing on the market right now. There's not a lot of people doing it. And also for extremely well set up cubes. Okay, and with that, that's going to wrap up this video for today. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments, what cube should I get boron treated in the future? I'm actually really excited to maybe try a 4x4 and a couple other ones there. I do tend to do a lot of solves on 4x4, so I don't think it'll be an issue breaking it in. And from what I've heard, he actually boron treats the internals, which is kind of interesting. So anyway, that's about it for this video today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more reviews, unboxings, other videos in the future. KS Cuber out. Goodbye.